The target pattern for this lecture is "It's a wonder that." With this pattern, "It's a wonder that," that is optional. You will see this many times with these English patterns. Very often, the word that is optional. We don't have to include it. We can omit it or we can include it. We have a choice. Now let's look at the meaning of "It's a wonder that." Have a look at this sentence. This restaurant is terrible. It's a wonder that it has so many customers. So what do we mean by "it's a wonder that"? It simply means it's surprising this is true. When we want to say that something is surprising to me, we can use this English pattern. It's a wonder that. So in the example, I said, this restaurant is terrible. So it's very, very bad. Then I said, it's a wonder that it has so many customers. So I'm saying, it's so bad that it's surprising to me that there are so many customers. Why are all the customers coming to a bad restaurant? So this is a perfect time to use "it's a wonder." It's a wonder that there are so many customers. It's surprising and unusual to me. So that's the meaning. It's quite simple, really. Let's look at an example sentence to make everything much clearer. Your writing is so small and messy. It's a wonder anyone can read it. So in this example sentence, the person's writing is very, very small, and the other person is commenting on the writing. He said, "Wow, your writing is tiny. It's surprising that anyone can read it." So he used "it's a wonder." It's a wonder that anyone can read your writing. It's surprising that people can read such tiny writing. Let's look at another example. Diana says, "My boss is so horrible. She always shouts at me." Pam says, "It's a wonder that you haven't quit your job yet." So in this example, Pam is very surprised. Why is she surprised? What is she surprised at? Well, she's surprised at Diane because Diane said, "My boss always shouts at me. My job is horrible. I hate it." So Pam is saying, "I'm very surprised that you haven't quit yet. Why haven't you found another job? Because you hate your job so much. It's a wonder that you haven't quit yet." So she's very, very surprised. Let's look at one more example. It's a wonder that those kids aren't tired. They've been running around for 3 hours. So this person is very surprised at the kids. Think about why he is surprised. It's because they've been running around for 3 hours, non-stop, and they're still playing. So he's saying, it's surprising that those kids aren't tired. It's very surprising and unusual. They're very, very energetic. So he said, it's a wonder that those kids aren't tired. So that's the meaning of "it's a wonder," something very surprising to you. Let's now move on to the structure of this English pattern. The structure goes like this. It's a wonder that plus subject plus verb plus object. So basically, it's a wonder plus a grammatical sentence. For example, it's a wonder that you haven't quit your job yet. So that's the basic structure. Now, there are some other things that I need to point out when using this English pattern. Here's the first thing I want to show you. When we use this structure, we should use some context beforehand. So you can see the word context at the top, followed by the structure, it's a wonder that. Now go to the example. Your writing is so small and messy. Now this is the context of the sentence. This is the information I'm giving before I use the pattern. So the context is your writing is so small and messy, and then I can use the pattern. It's a wonder anyone can read it. You see, so we use the context first and then the pattern. And we can do it the other way round as well. So we can use the English pattern, it's a wonder that, and we can use the context after. For example, it's a wonder that those kids aren't tired. They have been running around for 3 hours. So the context is they have been running around for 3 hours. Just remember to use context with this pattern. It would be strange if I simply said, it's a wonder that those kids aren't tired, and said nothing else. I should give some context, some overall information about the situation. So it's better if I say, wow, those kids have been running around for many, many hours. It's a wonder that they aren't tired. You see? So I gave some context before I used the pattern. Or you can put the context after. So I can say, it's a wonder that those kids aren't tired. They've been running around for many, many hours. So context is key. Move on now to the practice exercises. I'll see you there.